All right, fourth grade, we are finished with chapter 4, finally. Seems like we've been on that chapter for a long time. And we're going to do chapter 5 now. Chapter 5 is talking about factors, multiples, and patterns. Now, a while back, we learned about multiplication when you guys were in third grade. And we learned that the numbers that are being multiplied in a multiplication problem are called factors. Now, today we're going to be talking about factors again, but expanding on it just a little bit. Okay, it should be simple because you guys know how to multiply. You know the numbers that are used to multiply to get an answer, which is called a product. So let's just dive into it. A factor is a number multiplied by another number to find a product, which is what we just said. Every whole number greater than 1 has at least 2 factors. That number and 1. So what that means is that every number has a factor that goes into it. That number itself and 1. So here, let's show some examples. 1 times 18 equals 18. 1 and 18 are factors that give us the answer 18. So the number 18 has at least 2 factors, which are 1 and 18. Can you think of other numbers that are factors of 18? Meaning other numbers that multiply to give us 18? Let's think in order. We have 1 already. Can 2 multiply by something to give us 18? Yes, so we have 2. Can 3 multiply by something to give us 18? Yes, so we have 3. 4, no. 5, no. 6, yes. 6 times 3 equals 18. 7, no. 8, no. 9, yes. 9 times 2 equals 18. So these right here are numbers that are factors of 18. So 18 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors, okay? Here we have 7 times 1 equals 7. 7 and 1 are at least the 2 factors that go into 7. And we could do the same thing and try to figure out if there are any more. So let's see. 2 times something, no. 3 times something, no. 4 times something, no. 5 times something, no. 6 times something, no. And 7 times 1. So 7 only has 2 factors, which is 7 and 1. Nothing else multiplies to give us 7. So while 18 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors, 7 only has 2. 342, that's a huge number. We could sit here and try to figure it out, but we're not going to. But there is at least these 2 factors for 342. Many numbers can be broken into factors in different ways, which is kind of what we did up here. So 16 has 1 times 16. 16 also has 4 times 4. 16 also has 2 times 8. So these numbers right here are all factors of 16, just like we did factors of 18. So 16 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors as well. So let's look at this math idea over here in the corner. When you are asked to find factors of a whole number, only list factors that are also whole numbers. So we're not thinking of decimals, we're not thinking of fractions, okay? Let's look at the activity. Model and record the factors of 24. So we're thinking of 24 and what multiplies to give us 24. So let's look at this. Use all 24 tiles to make as many different arrays as you can. Record the arrays in the grid and write the factors modeled. So the first one we have is 2 times 12 equals 24. So the 2 factors would be 2 and 12, which is what we have right here, this array. 2 multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the array for that. Now let's think of what else multiplies by something to give us 24. Let's think in order. Let's start with, we know that 1 times the number is a factor, so let's do that. 1 times 24 equals 24, and let's make an array for that. I'm not going to sit here and draw it, I'm just going to cut right to when I drew it, okay? And there's the array for 1 times 24. Let's think of what else multiplies by something to give us 24. We have 2 times 12. What about 3? Does 3 multiplied by something give us 24? Yes. 3 times 8 equals 24. So now we're going to make an array for 3 times 8. And there you go, the array for 3 times 8. Is there something else? Yep, there's one more. 4 times what? 6. 4 times 6 equals 24, so let's make that last array. And there's our last array for 4 times 6. So I'm going to actually write them next to them so we don't get confused. And 2 times 12. Perfect. Okay, now let's look at this little bottom part down here. What are the factors for each of this multiplication problem? Well, the factors for 1 times 24 equals 24 is 1 and 24, right? It's the numbers being multiplied. What are the factors for 3 times 8 equals 24? The factors, 3 and 8. Now the factors for 4 times 6 equals 24 is 4 and 6. Now it's asking us to list the factors from least to greatest for 24. So let's just take all of our numbers and list them from least to greatest. So least would be the smallest, so that would be 1. Then we would do 2, don't forget about the ones up here. Then 3, then 4. We don't have a 5, so we skip that, go to 6. Then we don't have 7, we would go to 8. Then we would go to 12. And the last one, 24. And that's all of our factors for 24. Now here it's asking us 2 factors that make a product are sometimes called a factor pair. How many factor pairs does 24 have? Well, factor pairs is however many sets that it has to make 24. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 factor pairs. And then it asks you to explain. Well, it's a very easy explanation. I'm not going to write it down. Let's just talk about it. The reason why it has 4 is because there are 4 sets of factors that multiply by each other to give us the answer 24. And that's the ones that are right here. It's basically what we said already. Now let's move on. Now we are going to do share and show, which is just more of what we've been doing already. So number 1 says, use the arrays to name the factors of 12. So what does this array tell us? We have one row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So one row of 12 tells us that is what multiplication problem? 1 times 12. Now let's look at this array. We see that we are doing factors of 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 1, 2, 3. So that gives us 4 times 3, and that does equal 12. How about here? We have 1, 2 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 times 6, and that does give us 12. Now, let's list the different factors in a list. Let's do it in order. We got 1. Now let's do 2. Then we got 3. Next would be 4. We got 6. And last would be 12. Pretty easy, right? Now let's use the tiles to find all the factors of the product. Record the arrays and write the factors shown. So let's think of the different factors to multiply to give us 5. Well, let's think in order. We know that each number has at least 1 and the number itself that are factors. So we know 1 and 5 multiply to give us 5, and that is our first set right there. Is there anything else? Let's think of 2. Does 2 multiply by something to give us 5? No. Does 3 multiply by something to give us 5? No. Does 4? No. So the only factors for 5 are 1 and 5. Now let's make an array for that. You would have one row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's your array. Now what about 20? Let's think in order. 1 times 20, like we said for 1 and 5, we know that that's automatic. Let's think of the next number, 2. Yes, 2 times 10. What about 3? Nope, no 3. What about 4? Yes, 4 times 5. 6? Does 6 times something give us 20? No. 7? Nope. 8? Nope. 9? Nope. 10? We got 10. So there's nothing else. So these are our different arrays that we're going to draw now. So let's see. There's our first array for 1 times 20. Let's go to our next one. And here we go, our array for 2 times 10. And our last one. Our last one is our array for 4 times 5. And these are all factors of 20. And now let's go to our last one, 25. Let's think of the factors for 25 going in order. We have 1 times 25. Is there anything else? Let's think in order. 2 times something give us 25? No. 3 times something give us 25? No. 4 times something give us 25? Nope. 5 times something give us 25? Yes. 5 times 5 gives us 25. So we only need to write 5 once. Let's keep going. 6, no. 7, no. 8, nope. 9, nope. 10, nope. 11, nope. 12, nope. 12 times 2 gives us 24, but we're looking for 25. So there really is nothing else. Only 1, 25, and 5. So now let's make those arrays. So here we have our first array for 1 times 25. Let's go to our next array. And here's our next array for 5 times 5. And there you go. That's all you guys got to do. So I hope this lesson made sense. Now you guys are going to go on to OneNote and work on your own. On your own, numbers 5 through 12. Down here, it'll be on OneNote for you. And you're also going to do numbers 14 and 15. It'll all be there for you on OneNote. All you got to do is answer the questions, all right? I hope this lesson made sense, and go ahead and do your work. Good job, guys.